everyone, and welcome to a comparison video. What we're going to be comparing today are wireless car chargers. Now this comparison that has been sent out by INIU. So what they've done, they've sent one of their own products out there, and they've also sent this one out, which is the CB1005 from CH Geeks. So what we'll do, we'll take a look at the INIU product first. I've actually just put it together just to give you an idea. There are actually two mounting options on this. Well, two separate mounting options, but then a number of things you can actually do with this part. So there's a little plastic nut on there, thumb screw on there, which makes this so you can move it about all over the place. It's got a click on each position, so it'll stay sturdy while you're screwing it in there. Give it a bit extra chance. So that's very sturdy there. You look at the back of the device, it's got a nut that goes over a ball and socket idea, so you can get adjustment from that and tighten that up on there. So the other thing that you can do is you can undo that, completely spin it over, tighten that back up, so if it fits onto your window better that way, or that way, you've got the adjustment whichever way you want. You can also fasten this onto a car dashboard. So if you turn that over like that, you haven't got it have it stuck on the window. Put it like that, and then that will stick onto the car dashboard, and then that's there with your phone. Now this one is also MagSafe. So what you do, you need a MagSafe, or you need a no case at all, and you hold it up. I'll just demonstrate how strong this magnet is. So you hold it up like that, and it sucks it in, and that's held firmly on its own. But then you squeeze the jaws on, so it's never coming out of there. It's never going to slip out of there. So that'll hold your phone up like that. You could set it to any way. So you could turn it around sideways to use your navigation. Because obviously in this country, in the UK, if you get caught using a mobile phone, a handheld mobile phone nowadays, you get 6 points on your licence and a £200 fine. Whereas you're allowed to use them when there is these. You can use your finger to press the buttons or the navigation, and you can't get prosecuted. So it's perfect for drivers who don't want to get prosecuted. So we've also got another idea for mounting it up. You can use this device, which this goes into the air vents on your car. So you haven't got to have it stuck in there. There's like a clip on there, so you shove that into the air vent, and that clicks round and hangs on to the back of the plastic piece, and then pulls it up against the air vents, and then you've got those two little plastic things either side, which then on the same vent will hold it tight. And if you want to tighten it down, so obviously what you do, it works a bit like one of those baby seats, baby car seats. You shove that in there like that, you adjust it down, that little hook comes in and holds it tight. So it's got the two things there holding onto the vent, and then the last one is that leg or that hook that hooks in at the back of it. Then what you do, you get your holder, put that onto there, spin that nut round, and off you go. So you've just got that then much shorter, just stuck out, and it's you're not going to, it's not stuck out as far, it's not on top of your dashboard, so it'll be nearer to your fingers. And again, you can pull it towards you like that, so you can see it be pointing at you. or any, you can move it into any direction you want. Spin it around sideways, again for your sat nav, if you've got a bigger phone. So at the bottom there, you've got a Type-C charging plug. And you've also got a Type-C connection lead or extension lead. So what you need to do with this, you need to plug it into like the cigarette lighter type charging thing. Plug it in there and then plug it up into your phone. This will charge, if you plug it into the right charger, this will charge at 15 watts. So if your phone's flat on your way home from work, you'd have a good amount of battery in there by the time you get home without anything to worry about. And I say it's going to be safe in there. You've got that MagSafe, you've got the jaws at the side, and it's going to hold that in. Mine's a 14 Pro Max, and they're a fair weight, and it holds it in there really firm. Moving on now, we're going to take a look at the one from CH Geeks. I presume that's how you say their name. Now this one has got a little bit of a quirk really. So you plug your Type-C cable into there, which is provided again. This one's got the normal USB on the other end. So Type-C one end, normal USB on the other one. The other one was a dual Type-C. So you plug that in there, plug that into a charger. Again, you need to plug it into a cigarette style charger that can support fast charging. Otherwise you won't get fast charging with this device. It can only take out what you put in. But with this one, it's motorized. So when you press those there, it will actually open by using that motor at the back. Now what it says in the thing, it actually saves some power to make sure you can always get your phone out, even when your ignition is off. This one also offers a hook at the bottom to stand your phone in. And again, it's a 15 watts fast charging using this device, as long as you put the right charger on the other end. You need to get the power into it for it to be able to get it out. It can only extend what you put in. Comes with a very, very similar thing. This one's just it's not as versatile, but what it does do, it's also extendable. So if you stuck that onto your window, we'll say like that, because it would be something like that, wouldn't it? You can then extend that out and it'll come over the front of the dashboard. Again with the I haven't put the nut on there, but you get what I mean. Again, you're able to move that around. You put the nut around the outside of that and it'll tighten up without any problem. Obviously you screw that thumb screw around there and that stops that moving in and out when you don't want it to. So you can have it as short as that, away from your window or dashboard, or as long as that. I mean, it's fairly light. Again, they've got the same idea on the end where it sucks onto somewhere, and again, that is a sticky sort of substance on there, so it's already stuck to the surface before you then use the suction to sort of finally grip it on. Just a single thumb screw there tightens that piece up to stop it moving about. Again, with this one, it's got another option. You can put that onto your air vents. You just shove that in there, and it should clamp in. What happens there? Now the way they've done, I've only just found that, to be really honest. So the idea is you clamp them on like that. You screw that piece around there, and that's what it holds on to your to the grill in your air vents, or to a single air vent. So that'll tighten that up reasonably well, I should imagine. And again, what you do with that one, obviously you'll put that nut on the outside like what we had on the other one. So you can have it that way up, I suppose with this one you can't really, because it's got a bottom on it. You just do it that way. So that'll be the total length of that one. So say you've got a motor on this one. The Type-C port is in the bottom, and that's also in the back. But I need to tell you again, to be honest, I've just had a look at the reviews on both of these products, and in both the reviews, is people stating that they can't get them to fast charge. If you plug it into the wrong USB port on a charger, or the one that's inside your vehicle that's just underneath your dashboard, but you use for your Apple Play, you're not going to, because there's not enough coming out of it. You need to plug it in to the correct charge. You can't get it out unless you put it in. So we need, obviously it is a comparison, so we need to compare. Which one would you choose? Let's go through the massive plus points for each one. So the massive plus points are the way it sticks down. It's really sticky. If it was your own vehicle and you were using it all the time, what an excellent way to fasten it down. That's going to go down to there on the dashboard or on a window, and you're never going to get it off. You put that down, it's double strong. As you can see, that goes in quite a lot as you press that button. I think with this one, the plus point for me with the INIU one is there's more versatility on the actual mount. So you can move it about in many different ways to get it just right for where you need it. So that's the plus point for the actual holder for this one. Looking at the way it fits into the vent on this one, I'm going to think that this is probably a better system on the INIU one. Because I say, you're going to wind that out, that's going to go around the back of the vent. You're going to screw it in, and it's just going to tighten up with the help of those two there, and it's going to be a pretty stiff sort of assembly. I like the MagSafe charging on this one. I can't find that on the other one. I can't find the fact that it sticks on there. Some people will say, by looking at the other one, that it would be better if you had something that you could hold the phone up from the bottom. But the only thing is with this MagSafe one, you need to get whatever phone it is in that position over the top of that magnet, so it can charge. So you really can't have anything underneath there to strap a phone in. So that's the reason why that is. I think that wouldn't be the strongest system, to be really honest, to fasten it into a vent. Now, plus for this one has got to be, really, it's got an electric motor to open up the jaws on the holder. And that's got to be, for the cool value, that's got to be pretty good, really, hasn't it? But the only problem is with that, you've got to probably think, is how long would that actually last? You know, it's is it going to break down pretty quick? And with the INIU one, you haven't got a motor in there to go wrong. You've just got that there. It'd be interesting to see which was the easiest system to use, whether it would be to clip onto the vents or fasten it in the window. But the only problem is, sometimes if you've got a larger phone, you haven't got to obstruct your view out of your windscreen, otherwise you could be prosecuted for that as well. I do like the idea of this. This is the CH Geek one. I like the idea of the extension on it, because you can sort of pull it to where you want. But so the only problem is, really, you haven't got the versatility with this one, and it does seem a little bit on the rattly side. And anybody that knows me, I'm the king of rattles. I've only got to hear the smallest rattle in my car, and it drives me insane until I find it. I can't stand it. But again, both very, very well-made products. It's sometimes not fair to give them a comparison. You can sometimes do it on price or discount or something like that. But these are somewhere near the same price. But so it's hard to pick one with these two. They're both very, very good in their own right. So I'm not actually going to pick one. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to link both of the products underneath this video on my Amazon storefront and let you take a look at the reviews and take a look at the products for yourself. Thanks for watching.